Hi everybody, it's Anna with Pink Monarch Prints, and today I'm here with kind of a fun variation on the hidden paperclip. I think everyone loves these. We've seen a ton of different styles. This is kind of a combination of several that I've seen over the years. They're fun because you can put them onto a page, and then on the other side you have another fun little thing. You can use it to attach things under there to your book. So they're really handy and they're really beautiful. This one is from the July subscription kit, and so it comes with kind of everything you need. It shows you kind of where to put everything generally, and it just makes it a lot easier. But of course you don't need the kit and you can use this method. So let's go ahead and make a couple together. I made this one. The kit has 3. It's just part of the whole subscription kit, so it's not like a special project. It's just in the kit and there are 3 of them, but I wanted to make sure everybody knew how to put them together for sure. So let's go ahead and get going. I printed everything on 110-pound cardstock and went ahead and inked and cut things out. So this is what it looks like. Let me back you up just a hair. I just like the lighting better when it's closer, but you need to be able to see a little more. Maybe a little more? All right, that ought to be close. All right, so that's what it looks like originally. You'll have all these pieces on a paper and then just cut them out and start creating. You can mix and match between the pages. It's all very coordinated. So this I just put here just to remind you that's where the paper clip goes before you glue the next piece down. So that is our first step. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that paper clip in there. Well, I guess if you wanted, it might be good to glue these down first. And they're just extra stability for me when you put that on the paper. Now, if you want, you can make one a little shorter so that you would see that, but it won't matter once it's in the book anyway, because you won't see both sides at once. So completely up to you. But let's go ahead and glue those flaps down. They're just there for stability, so you don't need to worry too much. I cut everything out and inked it before, so you don't need to worry about watching that part, but just a heads up, I did do that. Ooh, my glue is dripping. I just opened it and added more, and I must not have sealed it very good. We barely started and we already have gluey fingers. All right, so we're gonna put that down. Now, this is where we're at right here. Super easy. So now this is the next piece that's gonna go down. So obviously now you can see when you put that on your paper, it's gonna get into the paper clip, but it won't run into it because it's gonna be between these 2 pieces of paper, like so. Now you'll notice on the prototype that I did round the edges. I didn't create the digitals like that because it is a huge pain to cut those. And in case you don't want them, then now you don't have to deal with them. But if you want to and you like the look, you can go ahead and round everything out now before you get to gluing. Go ahead and add that paper clip in, and then we can glue this onto the top. There will be a little bit of bulk to it because you have a paper clip hidden in there, but really it's not a big deal. So don't let that part give you any grief. So I'm gonna put a nice light layer of glue down, but I wanna go through and add some extra over this paper clip, just because it's extra thick there and I just wanna make sure it's glued around it really well. You could off center this piece if you wanted. You can make it slightly off kilter. It could be cute, It's up to you. And I could have done this on the other side too. These are all very coordinating and very flexible. So there's several different styles of things we're gonna do for these covers or to decorate these clips. So just keep in mind, you might want to do something different, and that's okay. So I'm gonna kind of pick, I really like that pink width here on this side, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick with it. This little envelope, I'm just gonna assemble. It's a teeny tiny envelope. And I have a couple of teeny tiny cards that are gonna go in there. I just think it's fun to have an interactive hidden paper clip. All right, now I do want to keep this as a pocket. You can see I didn't do great on my fold on that. That's okay. So I'm gonna only glue down the 3 sides because I do want to maintain that pocket space behind the envelope. I just have something stuck in my glue. That's okay, we'll get through it. All right, so then you need to just decide where that's gonna go. I'll probably set it off to the side. And now that I'm thinking, I might wanna actually throw a little bit of lace behind there. So I'm gonna grab this really quick before I really let that glue set up. All right, let's see. All of them have some fun different things. That's for the back. So I have a bunch of little extra tags. You can use them for layering pieces or to go into this back pocket that we've just created, which is kind of what I'm hoping to do. We'll see if that works now that I put that lace down. Sometimes I just want lace so bad that I don't think about how it's going to interact. Still drying. Oh, but I think it's going to be fine once you get one in. All right, so we have those cute little things in, and we have our cards in our pocket, and you'll notice that that's going to be popping up. So my solution for that was to put this rose right here and make it something that you could tuck that behind. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to give this a quick, just a little outline so it stands out a little more. I don't do it perfectly, but I think it adds a fun little touch. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue my rose down, but I want to avoid this top portion. That's going to be where I'm going to tuck my envelope. And then now we have lots of different little bits and pieces that you can add. So let's go ahead and pick a few. You may or may not use all the little bits because there really are a lot in the kit. And that's okay, you don't have to use them all. Kind of like that when they hang over the edge and they're bundled together. So let's go ahead and stick it there. All right, so there is that side. I still need to trim that extra lace off. I need that to stay down. Come on, you. All right, we'll get to it. If you want, like on these ones, I put the tiny little bit of string in there, so I'll probably go back and do that on there, but I just wanted to make it so you don't have to watch the whole thing. All right, so let's come on over onto this side. All right, so this one is a little side pocket. So that's gonna come here. This is gonna come here. Then I wanna do probably some lace down the front because then it won't interact with that card coming in and out of that pocket. So we'll put it on top of the pocket this time because we're gonna think ahead this time. All right, let's try it. All right, let's see. I do love this cotton lace. It's a big statement lace because it's thicker, but let's go ahead and do it. It looks nice. There we go. And you could hang the lace over the edge or whatever. It could be really fun to keep it a little longer or whatever you like. Ooh, I don't want to cut my little paper there. All right, so now I'm hoping that I left enough room in this pocket for my card. Oh, good. I did. Yay. All right, so then we have our card that's sticking out, and now we have the embellishments to make a little collage through here. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in. And again, you can have things overlapping on these sides because it won't interact with your journal at all. So if you need that space, go ahead and scoot it over and let it hang over the edge. I like it. Let's put it down. All right, very cute. So now you have the little side tuck on this one and some little cards here in the envelope on this one. So fun, interactive, and pretty easy. So let's go ahead and I will create this next one. I'll kind of speed it up for you now that you've seen it. And but you'll get to see how this one goes together because they're all a little bit different. And like I said, you can do it in your own method. All right, there we go. Oh, look at that. You'll see we have a few extra little tidbits around. Ah, this goes on her. I thought I had two. I'm not gonna forget it. I want this on there. And if you wanted, you could glue one of your cute extra little words because you can see we have a few extras. So we could glue like a little garden sign on there with her. If you wanted to add something extra. All right, there we go. Now we're done. Okay, so anyway, there are 3 all together and we've put them all together. You could do it very differently if you wanted. You could create your envelope sideways. You don't have to turn it into a pocket. Or you could make one of these, this tag, into a pocket and then put the envelope in the pocket instead. So there are really a lot of options here, but all of these will be really pretty in the journal that I'm going to be making with this kit. It's one I've been working on for a while, so These will go perfect with the color scheme. But anyway, they all turned out just darling, and I'm excited to use them. So go ahead and play with these, have some fun, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.